They were serving hot cocoa and cookies there today. On the bottom, basically on the bottom there. There were several people there. Yeah. What?
Corey's got to do it. Okay.
Welcome, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Welcome to our annual Remembrance Service. And Deb reminded me the other day that we started it in 2018. So it's been an annual tradition since 2018. And we're glad to have you all with us today. I just want to mention, if anyone has photos that they haven't read up and put on the table, would you do that now? I think maybe everybody's gotten them up here. Okay. Thanks. All right, we will open with our prayer of the children of love. If you all would please stand if you're able and sing along. It's right on the front of your sign.
Mother God, your kingdom come, your holy will be wholly done. Spirit, source of love, your children sing, flow through us now in everything, every day, in every way. Our prayer is this: everywhere, let love be there, and so it is. Father, Mother, God, your kingdom come, your holy will be wholly done. Spirit, source of love, your children sing, flow through us now in everything. Father, Mother, God, your children pray, be love in us in every way.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Yeah. Okay.
This is such a wonderful time to come together to
invite you all to just find a comfortable position in your chair. And if you feel comfortable, perhaps close your eyes or soften your gaze. And take a minute just to gently press your feet into the ground. If you feel each toe, the whole shape of your foot, each foot. Feel that support from our dear, dear Mother Earth. You feel your sit bones on your chair and feel that support below you. And a nice open posture, but also relaxed. Allowing the body just to arrive right here. Allowing the breath to soften.
Turn the speaker a little bit.
And the heart to open just a little more in this moment. Relaxing all the muscles in your face, shoulders. Let them be nice and loose. And as we take these slow, low, deep breaths in and out, see if you can maybe extend that exhale just a tad. And just let yourself be held by the love and support in this room. And as we gather today in this remembrance service, we honor the sacredness of life and the reality that love continues beyond the form we can see. Taking another slow breath in, and as you breathe out, feel yourself held in a circle of compassion offered by everyone here and by all those who have walked before us. Perhaps bring to mind the one you are remembering today. Perhaps it's a loved one's face, or simply a feeling of their presence. No effort, just allowing what wants to rise to gently rise. Noticing any warmth in your chest, maybe tenderness, or even an ache. Nothing needs to be pushed away. Let your breath be a companion to whatever is here. And as you inhale, imagine breathing in their light, the qualities you love, you admire in them. Maybe it's kindness, humor, courage, joy. And as you exhale, imagine offering a blessing back to them. A blessing of love, peace, gentleness. And now sense how their life continues to ripple through this community, through the ways they have touched others, through the laughter they have shared, through the wisdom, the care, the simple acts of presence that make a difference. Taking a moment to feel gratitude for their imprint on your life. Unique, irreplaceable, and lasting. And letting our breath deepen slightly. Let the heart soften, and let there be a quiet trust that love is never lost. It moves, it transforms, it continues. And if it feels right, perhaps place a hand on your heart. Feel the warmth beneath your palm, your own aliveness, your own capacity to love and remember. And let's take another nice, slow, low, deep breath in and out. Feeling your feet. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, returning to the room with tenderness and connection.
David.
Just hold that space. I'm going to play a song for you that started this whole journey with me on the flute, called Crossing the Bridge. I played it when my mom passed, and it does not fail to connect me to the higher realms. And I want to add, when they carve the flute, they're carving the heart out of the wood. And it's up to the flute player to put the heart back into it. And the other teaching that I was received around it was for us just to be a hollow bone for the love of the Creator to pour through. And I found that that love is the bridge. So I'd invite you, as I play this, to call into whoever, and maybe picture yourself meeting them in a forest or a beautiful spot in nature, and just hold that presence. They will come.
we stand in the presence of the infinite, open-hearted and willing to be transformed. As we release these words, these memories, these patterns, we do so knowing that we are not losing anything. We are simply returning it to the light from which all things came. In this sacred moment, we bless what has been, and we bless what is now unfolding. The flame before us is not destruction, it is clarity. It is the bright reminder that Spirit is always ready to make a way where we could not yet see one. As we place our burdens in the fire, we affirm that divine mind moves through us freely. Old beliefs fall away. New understanding rises gently to meet us. We are guided, we are strengthened, and we are made new. May this flame carry our release into perfect order, and may the space we create today be filled with peace, purpose, and the quiet certainty that the universe is on our side.
Thank you. That was Reverend Ann Whitney. That was beautiful, Ann. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now is the time in our service when I'd like to ask you to pause for a moment and fill your hearts with gratitude and appreciation for all the blessings and gifts in our lives. The gift of each other, the gift of family and friends, the gift of this beautiful spiritual community. And as we hold these thoughts in our hearts and prepare our donations for today, or hold in consciousness the donations that we make online, John will come around and collect your contribution. And if you have a prayer request, please put that in the basket as well, and that will go up to our prayer team early this next week. And Corey will lead us in I Am Grateful. just handed Jean Hereford a tablet with some paper. If anybody would like to add a name that didn't bring a picture or memento, you can pass that around, Jean.
Okay.
And then we'll bring those up before the ceremony. So I just want to say a few words today about this remembrance. Today we come together to honor and remember the loved ones, and including beloved pets who are no longer with us in the physical. And we know that we all carry grief of loss. It is a universal experience. It touches all of us who bravely come into this human experience. And I do mean bravely, because when we come into this experience of being human, we know, or we soon find out, or remember, that that includes pain and suffering and grief, along with beautiful, wonderful love and joy and peace. The pain of grieving, C.S. Lewis, I loved what he had to say about grieving. He said, to experience grieving is to experience life in its most raw and vulnerable form. The pain of grieving at its deepest is a testament to our capacity to love. I love that. Because we love, we feel this grief. And it's proof of our ability to love and connect deeply with someone outside of ourselves, to build connections and relationships that we hold dear, now and always. We all know that these relationships were most likely not always perfect, but they most certainly shaped our lives and brought us lessons that continue to shape who we are. If we open to grieving as part of our spiritual journey and engage with it with soft and open hearts and a willingness to heal, we will see that grief is not something to fear or resist. It is an essential part of our human experience, not a burden to be borne, but an integral part of what it means to be alive. If we love deeply and experience the joy of deep connection, we will experience the pain of loss. Something we must all face in our own time, in our own way. At some point on our journey, we must realize that fully allowing and feeling our emotions, being with our grief, is what really leads to healing. Our human ego wants us to resist pain, push it away, hide it. But our hearts want us to feel it. And I'm going to go with what my heart wants every time. And when we say healing, I don't mean erasing or forgetting, but accepting and learning to live with the loss, weaving it into the tapestry of who we are. Through grief, we understand the impermanence of life, that everything is subject to change. So loss and grief hold great opportunities, powerful opportunities for us to learn lessons in this lifetime, if we are open and willing to let them in. We learn a deep appreciation for what we have in this present moment, and are reminded to cherish those we have in our lives, hold them close, and appreciate them fully. It teaches us to live in the present and savor each moment. To recognize our inherent strength. To rebuild our emotional landscape in a way that honors our sorrow and allows us to move forward. It teaches us patience. Patience with ourselves, our healing journey, and patience with others who are on their healing journey. We are not alone in this journey of grieving. We can learn, we can lean on each other and be leaned on for support and compassion and understanding. And all of us being in this room today is testament to that. And most important, we can choose to deepen our connection with our God, with the God of our heart, with divine love, with our higher self. We can lean into love in the midst of our grief. We are all in different places with our grieving. The most powerful experience of grief that I've had in my lifetime was with the loss of my mother, and that's been 14 years ago. And when I think of her, I know that what she would want for me more than anything is for me to live with a peaceful heart and experience the most joy and love this life has to offer. And I think all of our loved ones want that for us. Thank you. I'm going to introduce Reverend Julie Dillon now.
And loss, like Reverend Mary said, is part of the human experience. And yet, even though it is universal, it often feels very personal and can feel very isolating as well. That's why coming together does matter. Coming together in community, especially in our loving community here at the fellowship for today, it does matter. One of the things, a teacher of mine, his name is Paul Denniston, he is an author, and I'm doing a grief movement guide course with him for the last few months. He reminds us that grief is not something to get over, it's something to move with, something to befriend, breathe with, and honor with compassion. Grief lives in our body, sometimes in the chest, in our throat, sometimes in the shoulder, the tightening. We've all felt it. Without, oftentimes, we don't even realize. So as we begin, I just invite you, just at this moment, to notice your breath. Just a momentary pause. Just the rise and fall, maybe of your chest, of your belly. And if it feels right, let your shoulders soften just a little. We're not trying to fix anything. The idea is to offer your body the same gentleness that you would offer to your own friends. Paul Denniston says, when we give grief movement, we give it freedom. That movement can be breath, a hand resting on the heart, a softening of the muscles in our jaw, or simply the courage to feel what we have to feel. Feel what we feel. Today, We are moving grief together through presence, through these beautiful photos, being here, just our presence, honoring this time in this space, knowing it's a remembrance service. And these rituals actually hold us. They give us a container. And when we're in grief, we need that. We need that container. I have two movements that I would like to share with you as part of the training that I've been going through. And I will start with one if we have time, maybe the other one. And it's called, and you can do it from your seats, and this is just an invitation. If you don't want to do it, you could do it in your mind's eye, or it's called the Circle of Life. And we're just going to move our arms side to side. But before we do that, I want to just share a little bit more about the actual meaning behind that. So the circle of life, as we know, refers to how everything that's born is going to die, right? Every flower, every plant, every person. Whatever lives has an end. But the circle of life also reminds us of our wholeness. For just as a circle is complete without an end, so are we. We come into this world perfect, holy children of God. So we're going to do the movement. If you're upward, so maybe just scooch forward in your chair just a tad. And it's a pretty simple movement. And it's just going to be, I'll turn this way. That right hand is going to come across your center and just sweeping to the left, and then we'll switch. Then the left arm comes up and around, and then hands together in prayer at the heart, and just inhaling up and exhaling out to the side. And if you have any shoulder issues, make it small. A small movement. Here we go. Just a nice slow breath. It could be one breath or two. And maybe just feeling that circle, that circle of your life, maybe the circle of your loved one's life, and how we're all connected, that connection with our divine. I really love the idea that grief does need movement. And one more. And then last time. Slow. We have a reflection here. Even in our grief, I like this just to remember, when we're grieving, we are still whole. Sometimes we can forget that, and I think we've all been in those places, the deep despair of grief. Just remembering, we are whole. That doesn't ever change. One more. Are you up for one more?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, all right. This one's called Liquid Grace, and this is lovely. So, let's see. We're going to bring your hands together in front of you. Actually, we're going to, like we're scooping, we're going to, like picking up, what are you going to be picking up? You're just scooping up water, like holy water. Lifting it up, and then exhale. Just going to just bring the hands right down the center. They don't have to touch, palms facing the body. Maybe think of blessing the whole body. And then float the arms up on an inhale, gathering up this holy water. And then sending blessings to your mind, your heart, your body. We'll do just a few. This is the movement. Real small, inhaling. It's like a cleansing. And just cleansing, maybe we have anger, maybe we have frustration, maybe we have guilt, whatever we don't want to carry. Let's just think of washing that away. Exhale, we're just washing that from our body. Just letting it release to the earth. Let's do that 2 more times. as you're moving, reflect on this divine water washing away any hurts. Beautiful. Thank you. And then just relaxing your hands down by your side. And I want to just talk just briefly about the healing power of rituals. Rituals are such an important part of grief, remembering our loved ones. They're not just symbolic gestures, they are emotional anchors. I love that. They give shape to what can feel shapeless. They help us carry what feels too heavy to carry alone. When we gather like this each year, I was married 2018. Wow. We create a ritual of community remembrance, a space where each person brings a story, a memory, a person, a love that is still alive, still alive. Candles, singing, meditation, hearing these beautiful, meaningful music, these pieces. All of these help grief move. They give the heart a path. They tell the body that you don't have to do this alone. Community rituals remind us that we are not the only ones missing someone dearly. And if we look around the room, we know so many of us have lost just so many loved ones, and yet we provide that anchor for each other. That showing up is so helpful. And we remember we're part of this whole larger, much larger life than our own individual sorrows. And then we have our own personal rituals, and they can be valuable too. And some make maybe your loved one's favorite meal, or maybe going for a walk, the same path that you might have always walked together. And those are very valuable. Talking to your loved ones. I'm talking to my loved ones all the time. I go outside, I just see them in all nature. I feel like they're always around. Birds are the image that comes to me, and I really have that felt sense, like, yeah, I'm not alone, and I'm always supported and protected. And some might have different experiences, but the personal rituals, that's another. It's a bridge. Help us to get through this hard time, and we need these bridges. So, personal rituals. I've journaled for years. Someone mentioned way back, I went through a whole series of losses, and they're just booming in all over. And someone mentioned journaling, having a grief journal, and that became a lifeline for me, and I highly recommend it. And I have many now, because unfortunately there's been many losses, which is just life, right? But it might be a tool that you might also want to use. I like with journaling, creating, having a candle, lighting incense, all of that. These rituals, both in community and personal, they help grief find direction and help love find expression. So the people we're remembering today, their impact, their laughter, their lessons, their love, these continue with us. They're always there. And sometimes we just have to really find those spaces. We need maybe some quiet time to feel that. Grief is love, moving, reshaping, and continuing its journey. When we gather like this, we give that love space. We give it breath. We let it move through the body, through our stories, through our songs, through our just shared time together, our meditation, our shared love. Today is the opportunity not to resolve grief, but simply to honor it, to honor the people we carry in our hearts, to honor the tenderness we feel, to honor the truth that remembering is an act of love. Thank you for showing up, your courage, your presence, and the gift of remembering together. Thanks.
Well, I can feel that this room is very full. Not just with all of us here in this human form, but all those in spirit form. I know that all of the fellowshipians that have passed on are here with us today. I know that your friends and family that you're holding dear in your heart are here with us today. And they're also holding you in a circle of love. So our ceremony today, first of all, I guess I would ask, did anybody have a sheet that they want to bring up? I know Jean does. So our ceremony today is going to involve this. We have little angels and bells that I'd like for you all to come one by one. As you come to the table, remember, just hold in your heart those that you're remembering today and honoring today. And take with you one of the little angels or bells that you can take home with you and have it as a memento of today. And then also I'm going to give you a candle, one of the flameless candles, to take back to your seat with you. And I'm going to ask you not to turn it on right now. Resist the temptation. And I will explain what we're going to do with that in a moment. So anyone can start, just approach the table and hold in your heart your loved one. Take a memento and go back to your seat then. We'll take a moment to just hold in your heart your loved one. I think one of the most powerful things that we can do to honor and remember loved ones is to speak their names out loud. A lot of our remembering is done internally, but the speaking of the name and our ability to hear that is really, really powerful. So I'm going to invite you, Corey, come here. And maybe it isn't just one person that you're remembering today, but I'm going to invite you to each, we could maybe go down the rows. If you want to speak it out loud, please do. And as you do, turn on your candle. And this will represent their light that is still with us, still with you. So, would you like to start, Nancy?
Sure. Tom Bergall.
Richard Daniel Champion.
Scott L. Sanders. My grandma Bobby and grandpa Dick.
Jean?
Becky Heist.
John?
Alice.
Larry and Judy and my mom. Swan.
Jim Noble, Taylor Swan, Brandon Navin.
Thank you, John.
Allison Carol Wachowski.
Bill and Jane Kinsey and DHD the second.
Grandma, Aunt Diane, and Taylor Swan.
Nancy, Donald, and Lee.
Amy Ray, and James McKelvin.
Mike?
Dave Henry.
Beth Bogue, Jim Noble.
Brandon, Tammy, Michael, Eric, Paul, and Michael.
Grandma Peggy?
Lois and Bob Lyle and Jeff Quinn.
Thank you.
James Day Breeze. Lynn. Rosemary.
Thank you. Julie?
Robert and Lois Miller, Nancy, Tom, and Patricia, Lindy.
Phyllis.
Phyllis. And I'd like to speak my mom, my dad, and all those beautiful grandparents like people that surrounded me with love when I was young. Just take a moment and
Corey.
Corey. Yes, Corey.
Got one.
Yes, Dave.
Judy, Brother John, and Moses.
Yes, Moses. Thank you. There's still an opportunity if you thought of someone else you'd like to add.
Kristen, Robin, and my grandparents.
All of my pets. My grandma and grandpa. Little grandma and grandpa. And my father.
Anybody else?
Tara.
Robert Tingley.
Robert Tingley. It's I think just a lovely remembrance and honor light a candle on my mother's birthday to remember her and say her name out loud. And I talk to her a lot too. But they are with us always, watching over us, holding us in that beautiful circle of love, hoping and praying that all of us have peaceful hearts and enjoy all the love that this life has to offer. So thank you very much. And just leave your light on as we continue on. David and Corey have some more special music.
I had a song, but something just came up. It's moving. I'm feeling my loved ones. So I'm going to pray with the flute. I can do that while I'm grieving. I'll ask you to join me if you'd like me to E minor.
everyone for being here, for bringing your loving energy and bringing your loved ones along with you to the service today. Thank you, David, that was beautiful, and Corey, thank you for the beautiful music. Thank you so much. And
Thank you for the service.
thank you. And thank you, Reverend Julie, for your thoughts and movements. Thank you so much. You will have noticed I just won't even spend a lot of time on announcements because you have on your seat a flyer that tells you about the rest of the events and activities for the rest of the holidays. So please take that along with you and mark your calendars and join us for some of these holiday events.
At least mention the party.
Yes, we'll mention the party. That's a good idea. The party is coming up soon. Our Christmas party fundraiser is this next Saturday at 5 p.m. It's bring a side dish to share that might be on your Christmas dinner table. That's the idea. And Christmas sweaters are encouraged.
Including ugly ones?
They're not ugly, they're cute.
There are ugly ones too.
And now I'd like to invite us all to join in our peace circle and bring our loved ones with us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us. Power of God protects us, the presence of God within us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. That's the truth.